Hi, my name is Glenn Weinreb, and today we're going to look at the easiest way for government to tackle climate change. And this is part 3 of our Climate Solution video series. But before we begin, let's review energy economics. Electricity made without emitting carbon dioxide is typically referred to as green electricity. Example sources are solar farms, wind farms, hydroelectric dams, and nuclear power plants. Alternatively, carbon-based electricity is typically made by burning natural gas or coal. Together, both green and non-green sources power the grid. Reports often compare the cost of electricity from a new solar farm or a new wind farm with the cost of electricity from a new natural gas or coal-fired power plant. However, this is not what happens. Instead, the carbon plant has already been built and paid for, and it burns less fuel when its electricity is replaced with green electricity. Also, the carbon plant is needed when the sun goes down or the wind stops blowing. The difference in the cost of the green product, which does not emit carbon dioxide, and the carbon-based equivalent is referred to as the green premium. For example, if a carbon-based product costs $8 and its green equivalent costs $10, then the green premium is $2. If a consumer has a choice between buying a product that emits carbon dioxide and buying a product that does not, they often ignore carbon dioxide and select the lower cost option. In other words, most consumers will not pay a green premium unless forced to do so. This is observed behavior and consistent with economic theory. Consumers have a good reason to avoid green premiums. If a homeowner emits 1/billionth of the world's carbon dioxide, then everyone else's carbon dioxide is what will do them harm, not their own 1/billionth. Therefore, they want everyone else to reduce carbon dioxide. Their own carbon dioxide is irrelevant. Economists refer to this as a prisoner's dilemma problem. This means that transitioning to a green economy will not occur unless government intervention pushes it forward. Okay, so how might a government do that? There are 3 main ways. These are taxes, subsidies, and requirements. In many cases, requirements are the best for a variety of reasons that we will explain in a moment. Let's look at an example to get a better sense of this. Let's assume electricity from a solar farm costs 4 pennies per unit electricity, and the natural gas fuel it replaces costs 3 pennies per unit electricity. In this example, the green premium, which is the additional cost of the green product, is 1 penny. Now let's compare taxes, subsidies, and requirements. Government has 3 ways to push the green product forward. Method 1 is to add a 1.1 penny tax on the carbon-based electricity and make it cost 1/10 of a penny more than the green product. Method 2 is to subsidize the green product by 1.1 pennies and make it cost 1/10 of a penny less than the carbon product. And method 3 is to require power companies to buy green electricity and pass additional costs on to consumers. At first glance, these might seem similar. However, in practice, they are different. In the real world, the carbon-based electricity does not have a stable price. This is because it is mostly determined by the price of fuel, and this varies from region to region and over time. For example, the price of natural gas in the United States varied between $3 and $13 per million BTU over the last 25 years. In other words, when working with carbon taxes and green subsidies, government does not control the rate of decarbonization. For example, if a tax or subsidy is sized to make the green product cost 1/10 of a penny less than the carbon product, and the price of the carbon product drops due to lower fuel costs, the subsidy will lose its bite. Requirements, on the other hand, do not have this problem. For example, if the power company is required to reduce carbon dioxide emissions by 1/12 each year over 12 years, that is what you will get, independent of fuel price fluctuations. Another problem with carbon taxes is they are not the lowest cost way to tackle climate change. This is because most companies who incur a carbon tax will not reduce carbon dioxide and will instead pass additional costs on to consumers. Requirements, on the other hand, do not have this problem. With requirements, the only additional cost to consumers is the additional cost to make the green product. Economists refer to this as efficiency. Taxes have an efficiency problem, whereas requirements do not. More specifically, requirements are 100% efficient. However, requirements do have one problem. You need someone to require. In other words, you need someone to receive instructions from government. With electrical power generation, you have the power company. However, with other areas of the economy, such as the making of materials and chemicals, you do not have the equivalent of the power company. In theory, this could be set up for materials and chemicals, and then government could control the decarbonization rate with 100% economic efficiency. However, setting this up would take time, and we will discuss this further in future videos. Electrical power decarbonization is easy to require for 5 reasons. 1, power companies already exist. 2, government knows how to issue requirements to them, and they know what to do with them. 3, power companies can have builders of solar farms and wind farms compete with each other to drive down costs. 4, grid monitoring equipment is already in place. And 5, tampering with that equipment is illegal. In other words, decarbonizing electrical power generation is easy relative to other areas of the economy. And the way to get it done with 100% efficiency is requirements from government. According to the math, climate change does not need to be difficult. And for more climate solution videos, visit the link shown here. Thank you for listening.